What's going on, everyone? I want to share something with you that I received yesterday evening, about 11:33 p.m., as you can see in my email. When I told you many times in live streams and videos that I say, hey, white supremacists, is because I know they are watching, and this email is just kind of proof of that. Now, I'm going to kind of talk to you guys about this. I'm not going to allow this guy on my show for no reason because my show isn't made for them. If they want to have a voice, they can go to Fox News Channel, anywhere that will allow them to speak. I'm a firm believer of we don't need them on our platform for no reason, shape, or form. They always feel that they have some sort of right to come talk on our platforms, and that's just not going to happen with me. Now, it is a Greg Caldwell, as you can see. Say, good evening, Mr. Scott. He being cordial, isn't he? Right? So he said, my name is Greg Caldwell. I'm a representative of the white separatist movement operating out of Reno, Nevada area, and I have a business proposal for you. Okay, usually if it's a business proposal, it's a mutual benefit to both parties, but let's continue. But first, let me clarify, I am a white separatist and not a white supremacist. Okay, what is the difference? Every white supremacist is a white separatist. They don't want to be around black folks or nobody else, and they will hurt, harm, kill, demean, ostracize, etc. Non-white people, but especially number one, black people. So that's a bunch of BS. Yes, you are a white supremacist. Don't sit up here and try to pretty it up and think I'm one of these shucking and jiving dumb Negroes. That's not me. So it says the difference is that we believe that all races are created equal and that there is no superior race. Freaking liar. Similar to you, we simply believe that different races were not designed to live together and therefore should not live near each other. That's not anything that I've ever stated on my platform. That is something that he stated. So we're not similar at all. I don't have a history, and my ancestors don't have a history of enslaving people, stealing from people, raping people, doing medical experiments on people. No, we don't have a history of genociding people. We are not similar at all. So they say the system of terrorism that your community has been subjected to is a result of the failure of the ability of races to live together peacefully. No, the terrorism that we've been subjected to has nothing to do with other races. It has something to do with white supremacy. You can't say other races of people have terrorized us like white supremacy has terrorized us. He is a liar. He is what I would call a fork-tongued devil. That's what he is. He's sitting up here just lying in this email. If you want to do up a business proposal with me, the first thing we're going to have to do is be honest with each other, right? So furthermore, the abuse that the black community has faced throughout their history in this country is disgusting and wrong and will be resolved if me and you work together to end this farce of integration and equal justice that exists within the country. Wrong, wrong, wrong. You say it's disgusting, but you're not doing anything about it. And you're not doing anything about it, and you need my help, a black man's help, to do what you want to do. You have white supremacy, you have white privilege, you have white all everything, and then you still want a black man's help, a black man who don't have the privileges that you have, but you want my help. And you talking about integration and equal justice. Now, we speak on integration and why it has been a bad issue for black people on the area of our family. It's not been good in the area of business. That's the two main things we talk about, education. It just wasn't a really good thing for us, but his mindset on integration is not in the area of our community. Black people don't want to harm nobody when we're speaking about these issues. We're talking about equal justice. Equal justice is something that everyone should have. No one should be treated better than the other, okay? We've been watching your show for 6 months now, and we've determined based on your rhetoric that you are a black separatist and that we have a very similar agenda. First and foremost, who is we? How many of y'all been watching? I know y'all watch. Y'all watch everything black people do. You can never stay away from black people. And then you say, determined on my rhetoric, I'm a black separatist. I'm a separatist of evil. I don't want to be around evil people. I don't care if you're white. I don't care if you're black, Hispanic. I don't care who you are. If you evil, I don't want to be around you. It's just that simple. So that's where you're wrong. I am a evil separatist, meaning I want to separate from evil. I want to be around good people. That's how I feel about life. Okay. So he said we need to combine forces that we can separate the races so that your people will no longer be tortured by the system that's abused you for far too long in this country. No, we're not combining anything with Satan. That's just not what we're doing. You are Satan. So why would I sit up there and join with Satan? Why do you need black people help? You ain't done a thing in this country, not one day without the help of black people. You can't even separate from black people without black people's help. I thought you were supposed to be the high IQ people that know everything, right? And then you're admitting that in this system we have been tortured. You admit this. You admit that we have been abused for a long time. Now, you're not saying that we've been doing this because we hate y'all, but at least admitting it, right? Is that we're working on a bill to submit a bill to Congress that will send every black African American in this country on a one-way trip back to Africa. Okay, Africa is a continent. Where at in Africa? I'm just curious about that. You see how smart they are? And then you think Congress is going to go with that. Let's say if they would go with that. That would be quite funny. Where your community can thrive and prosper without suffering under the hands of white supremacy. Listen, if we all go back to Africa, great. I'll go back. No problem. We all can go back. I'm good with that. But for us to go back, you owe reparations. That's first and foremost. You think we're going to build up this country and you enjoy this place that my ancestors built and my people continue to innovate in this country, and we're going to leave it to you with no payment? Oh, no. It's like the children of Israel. When they left Egypt, they left with spoils. So that's how it's going to have to happen with us. We can have our exodus. It's fine. I'm good with that. But you're going to pay me my reparations. You're going to pay my brothers and sisters their reparations. If we're going to go back, trust me, I have no problem going back. Okay? I don't at this point because this country is spiraling down. It's not something to hold on to. And if more black people go to Africa just one time, your eyes will get open real quick to what I'm saying. A lot of people don't have a connection with me when I say that because they've never been to the continent. Trust me, before I went to the continent, you couldn't get me to talk this way. Now, he says that we will provide your people with financial resources. So what you mean is saying you're going to provide reparations? You're giving reparations on top of reparations. You need to pay for all the inventions that we have created in this country, that's innovated this country. You need to pay for that. You need to pay us for all the wars that we fought in for you. Matter of fact, you wouldn't have freedom. It wouldn't be for black people. A black man jumped off the Revolutionary War. It wasn't even a white man. Let's call that what it is, Christmas addicts. You couldn't even jump off a Revolutionary War by yourself. It took a black man to do it. You begged black people to be in a Revolutionary War with you because you couldn't get your own freedom without black people. Like you can't, like you have done nothing without black people. So you owe us for that. You say end weapons to equal the playing field so the advantages that contribute to white supremacy will be mitigated. So what, you're going to provide Africa with nuclear weapons? Because nuclear weapons is the only thing that evens the playing field. Every country that have nuclear weapons are invaded. Just remember that. Countries that don't have nuclear weapons get invaded. So we will also offer to take any white Africans that are willing to transfer them to the United States free of charge. Most of them, I can tell you, would rather live in Europe than the United States for one. I mean, just bottom line, they'd rather do that. I take it a step further. Why don't all the whites and the Asians and everybody, since he's this kind of separatist, why don't we have a thing that says Europe for Europeans, Africa for Africans? But see, they still want to have access to Africa, right? Because if we are requesting your pledge to support this bill and communicate with us so we can ensure that the races live separately but equal among their own community. We are also requesting that you communicate this proposal with some of your other black separatist friends like Tariq Nasheed and Umar Johnson so they can provide input as well. He can't even spell Tariq's name right. I mean, but he's supposed to have a high IQ, right? So he said, please email or call me using this contact listed below so we can begin our work. The earlier we start, the better results will be. Thank you very much for your time and have a nice evening. He says, warm regards. Man, I didn't know how to feel, get a warm regard from a white supremacist. But he said he's a white separatist out of Reno, Nevada. Now, like I said earlier, he crazy as hell. I don't speak to or negotiate with terrorists. That's not something I do. But when I tell you guys that they're watching, okay? When I tell you guys that the white supremacists don't like me, it don't matter what incorrigible Negroes say about me online. The white supremacists are paying close attention to what I'm doing here. Because if they were like what the incorrigible Negroes say that I am, they wouldn't be sending me letters like this. And let me tell you something. You talk about agent. That's some agent crap right there. What I was supposed to be connecting with terrorists? And then what? I speak with terrorists and what? The FBI comes say, what you doing talking with terrorists? And this is a known terrorist and you communicating. And y'all gotta do something a little bit better than that. You got to do something a little bit better than that. And he telling you up front that he's a white supremacist. He ain't hiding the junk. You get what I'm saying? What kind of black man supposed to be communicating with a white supremacist? That's dumb. Like I said, I'm not emailing him back, but I'm letting y'all guys know what the deal is. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm just sharing this with you guys for now. I don't know if I'm going to share this publicly, but I'm going to let you guys know first about what's going on. So anytime I get these kind of emails, I'll let you guys know. And let you see what's really going on behind the scenes. So, we are, like I said, the white supremacists are trying to contact you and all. Trust me, we are solidified over here. No matter what the incorrigibles say about us, we are solidified. But we're going to keep on doing the work and putting the things out there we got to put out there and keep chipping away at white supremacy as we should be chipping away with every single day. But leave me a comment, guys. Like I say, here on Patreon, or those of you may leave us comment on those who channel members. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think with this particular video.